Leaves. Leaves are one of the four major organs of a plant. Leaves are important to a plant because they are responsible for producing food through the chemical reaction of photosynthesis. Leaves are important to us because of the oxygen produced and released during photosynthesis. We can identify most plants simply by looking at their leaves. You might be asked to use a dichotomous key to classify a plant according to the size, shape, and arrangement of its leaves. Leaves can be identified as either broad or narrow. These soybeans have a broad leaf. Corn and wheat have narrow leaves. Leaves can further be identified by shape and vein pattern. When you look at the flat surface of the leaf, you are looking at the leaf blade, the portion of a leaf that absorbs the light energy used in photosynthesis. A simple leaf, such as this elm leaf, has only one blade. The outer edge or margin of the leaf blade is either toothed, entire, or lobed. This elm tree leaf has a toothed margin. A banana tree leaf has an entire margin, which is smooth. A maple tree leaf has a lobed margin with deep indentations called sinuses. A compound leaf, such as this sumac leaf, has many leaf blades, called leaflets, connected along a central leaf axis. Some leaves, like a grass blade, are joined directly to a stem. Other leaves are joined to a stem by the petiole. The petiole helps to support the leaf as it grows, and also transports water, nutrients, and sugars from the leaf to the stem and vice versa. The midrib is the central vein of a leaf from which all other veins originate. Veins are made up of xylem and phloem that transport nutrients and water in and out of the leaf. Xylem transports water and minerals, and phloem transports food. A leaf can be classified by the vein pattern it possesses. When veins run parallel to each other, like we see in these grass blades, we call it parallel venation. When veins branch out from the midrib, we call it pinnate venation. All these leaves have pinnate venation. Leaves that have veins radiating from a central point in all directions have palmate venation. Speaking of palms, think about the human hand. The bones in your hand radiate from your wrist, just like the veins in this sweet gum leaf radiate from the base. The leaf structure is an easy way to tell monocots from dicots. Monocot leaves are usually narrow with parallel venation. Dicot leaves are usually broad with pinnate or radiate venation. Leaves are vital to a plant because this is where photosynthesis takes place. Photosynthesis produces the sugars that provide the energy for the plant to grow. And now, let's explore the core. Photosynthesis is a chemical reaction that takes place in a specialized leaf cell organelle called a chloroplast. Chloroplasts are filled with a green pigment called chlorophyll. The leaf is composed of several layers of cells that contain different amounts of chloroplasts. The top layer, the upper epidermis, is a single layer of cells containing few or no chloroplasts. The cells are transparent and permit most of the light that strikes them to pass through to the underlying cells. Below this is the palisade layer, which consists of column-shaped cells packed tightly together. Think of a palisade or wall surrounding a fortress. These cells are filled with chloroplasts and carry on most of the photosynthesis in the leaf. The next layer, the spongy layer, contains cells that are irregular in shape. These cells are loosely packed, so carbon dioxide, oxygen, and water vapor can move in the airspace around them. The bottom layer of a leaf, the lower epidermis, resembles the upper epidermis. Both the upper epidermis and lower epidermis contain openings called stomata. The stomata open so that gases can move in and out of the leaf. Each stoma is flanked by two sausage-shaped guard cells that regulate the opening and closing of the stoma. When a plant loses water through the stomata, we call it transpiration. The functioning of guard cells is important because plants lose almost all the water they transport through transpiration. This is how plants pull water up from the root. Photosynthesis requires sunlight from above that is trapped in the chloroplasts, carbon dioxide from below that's taken in by stomata, and water from inside coming up from the roots through the stem and into the leaf of the plant. During photosynthesis, energy from the sun is used to combine water molecules with carbon dioxide gas to produce glucose and release oxygen. In the equation for photosynthesis, carbon dioxide, water, and sunlight yield glucose and oxygen gas. Photosynthesis is a synthesis reaction because two substances, carbon dioxide and water, react to form glucose, a new, more complex compound, along with oxygen gas. The glucose that's produced is transferred by the phloem to other parts of the plant, such as the roots or stem, where it can be stored. The glucose is used for plant growth and also provides energy for the plant's life processes. Today's SAT word is radiate. To radiate is to extend in all directions from a fixed point. In the lesson, we learned that when the veins in a leaf radiate from the base, the leaf has palmate venation.